The crowd had barely recovered from the chaos on the track when the real explosion happened, not with cars, but with words.
Ross Chastain
wrecked.
I guess destroyed Logano and Stenhouse. And now I bet Ross feels pretty crummy.
Just minutes after Joey Logano got spun out and stormed off pit road, Dale Earnhardt Jr. watched the replay and erupted. What he saw wasn't just another race incident, it was a total misunderstanding turned into a wrecking ball. And when Chastain walked away with a top 10 finish while Logano and others were left wrecked, Jr. lost it on air, delivering one of the most unforgettable rants in NASCAR podcast history. With only a few laps left, the cars were packed together for a restart. Austin Cindric braked too late and slid into turn 1, causing a big crash that involved several drivers, like Kyle Larson and Ryan Preece. Ross Chastain was also hit and crashed into the tire wall, but Chastain thought Joey Logano caused the crash. He didn't realize that it was actually Cindric who started the whole thing. Chastain got back on track quickly and went after Logano. In turn 2, he hit Logano's car on purpose. This made Logano spin and also wrecked Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who had nothing to do with it. Both drivers' races were ruined. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. It looked like Chastain was acting out of anger, not facts. Dale Earnhardt Jr. saw it all and didn't hold back on his podcast.
Ross Chastain
wrecked.
I guess destroyed Logano and Stenhouse. And now I bet Ross feels pretty crummy having seen a replay of the of how that all went down. Hilarious.
He compared it to a silly crash by Kyle Busch in a wet race, saying,
we played the replay, and the cars, he's hauling ass into turn 1, and the rear tires are locked up.
Yes, they are.
And it was just like Kyle Busch at the wet in
Mexico. Yeah,
but there wasn't no excuse. And it's like that car's going, and he's like, oh. And no one in front has any idea what's coming.
Dale Jr. even joked about the sound effects, making fans laugh while pointing out how out of control the moment was. What shocked Dale Jr. most was how Ross Chastain recovered. I saw him wreck Logano, and a lap later he's running 7th, he said. Only Ross could do that.
I saw the 22 wreck, and I saw Ross wreck him. But it was just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to, I was sitting there watching this and I'm going, and then when it all got finished and we get another half a lap into the race, I'm like, Ross is 7th. Like Ross is still
still fine.
He came out of that completely fine. The most Ross Chastain thing ever, right, is for him to go down into turn 1 and get bowled, get bowled into the barrier, bounce off, wreck a couple guys, come out of turn 2, still in the top 10.
Ross is known for being super aggressive. Some fans love it, others think it's dangerous. Dale Jr. laughed about it, but also warned that stuff like this has serious effects. People could get hurt, and it messes up races for other drivers who had nothing to do with the incident. It also sets a bad example for younger drivers who are learning how to race professionally. If other racers start copying that behavior, the sport could become even more chaotic. After the race, Joey Logano was really mad. He walked right up to Chastain and demanded an answer. Later, he said, he admitted he wrecked me on purpose. He admitted it. That's not okay.
Did you think he wrecked you on purpose there?
I think so, yes. He admitted he wrecked me on purpose. He admitted it, which means he should get fined if he admittedly wrecked someone on purpose. That's not okay.
It looked like that he didn't realize who necessarily started the whole thing.
Yeah, it's typical Ross. He just sees red and does dumb stuff. That's all. And then that's twice this year on road courses. At the end of these things, I've been tossed by Ross. It's over.
Logano didn't even stop to talk to reporters at first. You could see how upset he was. Even though Chastain admitted it, NASCAR didn't fine him. That made Logano and others even more upset, especially since Denny Hamlin got fined last year for something similar. This made people question if NASCAR is being fair to all drivers. Many fans and insiders felt like NASCAR wasn't sending a clear message about what is and isn't allowed. It seemed like some drivers were being treated differently. Denny Hamlin talked about it on his podcast. He said,
Chastain wrecked other cars, and that didn't have anything to do with it.
He also said drivers should know where the crash started before trying to get revenge.
Not understanding where that hit came from, especially on a road course. You got to know there's 10 cars you saw it was a restart. This wreck could have came from 8 cars back. You just don't know. You got to get the information before you rage wreck.
Hamlin said. His message was clear: check the facts before making a move that could ruin someone's race. Hamlin also said that NASCAR needs to be more consistent with punishments so drivers aren't confused about the rules. Dale Jr. thinks Logano will get back at Chastain someday.
Joey will probably get Ross back at some point. It might be a year from now. It might be, at some point, and we might not even notice or recognize it.
It might be something small, like slowing Chastain down or making him lose positions. Fans think drivers are starting to take revenge into their own hands since NASCAR isn't doing much. Many believe Logano is patient and smart enough to wait for the perfect time to strike back, and when he does, it will be big. It could even change the results of a race or championship if it happens at the right moment. This isn't the first time these two have had problems. They also clashed at Circuit of the Americas in Martinsville earlier this year. Both drivers are fast and often at the front. That means more fights could happen soon. Fans are keeping their eyes on every race, waiting for the next big moment. NASCAR rivalries always add excitement, and this one is just getting started. If NASCAR doesn't step in, things could get even more out of hand. Former crew chief Steve Letarte had some advice for Chastain. Say sorry. He said, "If I'm Chastain, I'm calling Joey Logano this week, taking my butt chewing." He added, "When stubborn meets stubborn, sparks are bound to fly, and everyone around them feels the heat." Letarte reminded fans that racing isn't just about speed, it's also about respect. If drivers lose that, it hurts the sport. He said that if Chastain keeps this up, other teams might not want to race near him at all. That could isolate Chastain and make it harder for him to get help or support on the track. Ross Chastain's aggressive driving is exciting to watch, but when innocent drivers get wrecked and there are no penalties, it feels unfair. Dale Jr., Hamlin, and Logano have all spoken up. If NASCAR won't act, drivers might handle it their own way. That could lead to more crashes, and that's something no one wants to see. It could also lead to more dangerous situations, and fans want to see good racing, not fights. NASCAR has a chance to take control before things get worse. This battle between Chastain and Logano isn't over. Dale Jr. said it best. Whether you think it's funny or serious, keep watching. Something big could happen very soon. This could be one of the most talked about rivalries in NASCAR for years to come. With emotions running high and no clear end in sight, every race from now on could add another chapter to this intense and unpredictable story.